Gender responsive climate action must look beyond an inclusion focus. It is not just how we are included in a system that is being rotten, a system that is embedded in capitalism, in patriarchy, colonialism, and white supremacy.
Gender responsiveness tries to address that there are different needs between the different genders. It is important to not talk about only women and men, but really talk about an all-encompassing understanding of what different genders mean. And then secondly, but also to see that we're not just victims of, particularly also when it comes to the climate crisis, but those women and gender diverse people are also agents of change.
When parties are negotiating about adaptation, mitigation, finance, or even loss and damage, they need to put just transition for everyone, especially for women, girls, and gender diverse community. And parties have a huge role to make sure gender action plan is in every discussion rather than having like its own text. It needs to be all over the place.
One of the biggest subsidies in history has been the invisibilized care work that is being done by many women in all the diversity across all identities. This way of work is what actually allows different forms of work. This way of work, care work, is what actually sustains this capitalist system that has been exploiting their bodies, their territories, and the ecosystem that we inhabit, that has broken our relationship as part of nature.
When we see that women are the frontliner in terms of adaptation, we don't often see them in the table when there is a policy making. So if we are not bringing the solution, or the people who is bringing the solution, we can't actually have a policy which is gender responsive.
What is needed for that is gender responsive capacity building, so like training mechanisms as well. It's also adequate funding so that we can implement gender responsive projects and actions, as well as then collecting data on it.
How we are going to capitalize that. We need to transition beyond that patriarchal, capitalist, and racist notion in which our economic system has been based. An economic system that looks for growth, for the reproduction of capital, but not of life.